Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea and today I have my June monthly favorites. And let me just say, June was a good month for makeup and some new stuff, so I cannot wait to share all of these products with you. I'm going to be putting all of them on my face, so stay tuned throughout the video so you can see these products in action. But before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel and join the Glam Girl Squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel with all of your likes and comments. It really does mean a lot to me and I'm so appreciative of it and you. So let's get into this video. First, I want to start off with a product that I mentioned last month, but I really had an opportunity to really test it out and I'm like, ooh, you need some more praise. This Nivea Water Gel Sunscreen. So this is a sunscreen that has SPF 50. It is amazing. So I apply about this much of sunscreen, and what I love about it is that it literally applies like a lotion. So as you can see, it's just going on like regular lotion, which is the first thing that really attracted me about the product. I do not like heavy feeling sunscreens or those sunscreens that just, you know, of course are gonna leave that white cast. So a few weeks ago, we went out on the lake and it was hot and we were out on the lake, I want to say for about almost 8 hours. I did not get sunburned at all. And usually, no matter if I wear sunscreen or not, because I'm not really good about reapplying it, I get some type of sunburn. And the way that I know is that right along here, along my forehead, I start to peel, even if it's just a little bit. So I brought this with me because I was like, oh, this would be a good chance to really test it out, to see how durable it is. Y'all, I did not peel, not one time. I got a tan, but like I didn't tan nearly as much as I thought I would. And I was able to reapply this. It didn't feel like sticky or anything because of course I had been outside, I was sweating, but I reapplied this, I want to say after 4 hours of having it on. No issues at all. So I can comfortably say that this definitely works. I also like to apply it down my neck, the back of my neck, and then right here on my shoulders, because these are the areas that if I'm going to get sunburned and peel, I always notice it right here and right here. So that has been like, she's bae. Like, we are in a committed relationship. No turning back here. I absolutely love it. And it's on Amazon. I think I paid around like $16 or $17 for it. So it's not crazy expensive. And it really, 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 really works. So I wanted to give an honorable mentions again. Nivea Water Gel. You're amazing. So my next favorite are these beautiful roses by the brand Rose Forever. So they reached out to me and said, hey, we would love to send you some roses. Go on our website, pick the roses that you want. And so I've always seen roses like this and I was like, I would love to just have this on like my vanity in the back. And so I usually keep it right there, right here in this empty box, but I think that they're so beautiful. So just to give you some quick tips and info about Rose Forever, they are a company based in New York and they specialize in handcrafted eternity roses. They are using 100% natural fresh flowers that are going to last about 1 year. So this type of arrangement is perfect for any type of special gift that you want to give the person that you love. So Mother's Day has already passed, but of course this would be great as a Mother's Day gift in the future, a birthday present, an anniversary present, or just kind of I'm thinking about you type of gift. The one that I have is the Essential Square and it comes with 9 roses. They have one that's larger and I think that one comes with about 16 roses, and then they have them in circle shapes. This is going to be the square shape. So they've got tons of options. They have different colored roses. So these are pink, but they've got white, they have silver, they have gold, they have black, I want to say, navy blue, purple. I mean, pretty much any color of roses that you can think of, they have them. And then, like I said, they have the different sizes and shapes of these arrangements. They don't smell like anything, so if someone is sensitive to fragrances, you don't have to worry about that. But they feel like roses. They're very soft, and I'm just so excited to have this. So I will leave an affiliate link down below where you can save $15 off of any arrangement that you choose. So I'll make sure to leave that down below for you. So thank you so much to Rose Forever So appreciative of this arrangement and gift. Okay, this next gift is from one of you guys, and I don't know if she wants me to say this or not, so if you don't, I'm sorry, but I have to share this. So I received this beautiful piece of woodwork from Kandi Brown. So she is one of my subscribers, and she has an Instagram page called Lipsticks and Sawdust, which I love it because she loves makeup and she also loves making things out of wood. And you guys, you have to go on her Instagram page. I'm gonna insert it right here. She makes the most beautiful pieces of woodwork. So she reached out to me and said, I really want to send you something special. And I was like, really? Are you sure? And y'all, when I saw this, you guys know I'm emotional. I like to cry. This brought tears to my eyes because she wrote a really special note with this, and I'm very humbled, Kandi, very humbled. You all mean so much to me, and I would not have this platform without you. But more than that, the relationships that I've been able to establish with you all, I think is just something that I did not imagine could exist in this type of setting, in this type of platform. So to read some of the things that she wrote really touched my heart. I'm so thankful for this gift. I told her, I said, I'm gonna put this up so that everyone can see it because I think it's just beautiful. So thank you so much to Kandi. I'm so appreciative of this. It hangs right back there. So I'm gonna go put it back up, but I really just wanted to shout her out, tell you a special thank you. I absolutely love this. And I don't know if she sells her woodwork, but I will leave her information down below so that you can check her out on Instagram and reach out to her because she might. And I think her pieces are phenomenal. They're amazing. So definitely check Kandi out. Like I said, I'll leave everything down below so that you can reach out to her. Thank you so much again, Kandi. I love it. Okay, we're on to the makeup. So another monthly favorites, this BK Beauty 101 contoured angle brush. I have been loving it. So I did a review of all of the BK Beauty brushes. They were so kind to send them to me. So I'll link that for you right here if you would like to check it out. But the two brushes from them that I just cannot get over are the 101 brush and this 204 smudger brush. It is the perfect, I mean, you know what? You'll see it later in action. But I have been loving this. It has basically replaced my foundation brush that I have been using for years. And not saying I will never reach for that one again, but this BK Beauty one is the one that I will reach for first. So then moving on to a favorite foundation. This is the AJ Crimson Cream Dual Cream Skin Foundation. I also did a review of this foundation, so I will link it for you right here. But this foundation is just beautiful on the skin. It is so skin-like and it is so flawless on the skin, all the while not feeling heavy, not caking up, and his products can be used for concealer and contour. So I am going to order 2 more shades so that I can use this as a concealer and a contour bronzer. But I just take a little bit because a little bit does go a long way. I'm not going to put on a primer because honestly, with this Nivea sunscreen and especially with this foundation, I do not need a primer. It's just beautiful. So I like to just go on. I don't take a lot and just tap it into the skin. As you can see, I get excellent coverage from the product. So this is a buildable formula, but if I also want to wear it more sheer, I can do that as well. It is scrumptious and I love, love, love this foundation. And as a reference, I wear shade 4 in the AJ Crimson foundation. Now I'm going to apply concealer and powder because I didn't really have any standout favorites, and then I'll come back to show you my next favorite. Another brush that I have been enjoying from BK Beauty is this 102 brush. I love using this brush to set my face. So look how like fluffy it is. It's just so beautiful. So I just go in with just a little bit of powder and just lightly press that into my skin. For bronzer, this bronzer has reigned supreme since I got it. It's Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Matte Bronzer in the shade Tan. So I have medium and tan. I really don't use medium at all. Tan has been, I just can't get over the shade. I can't get over the formula. My favorite bronzer prior to this bronzer was the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. And although I still love that shade of bronzer, This one is definitely number one, like hands down. I don't want to reach for another bronzers. And I have some other really great bronzers. I don't want to reach for none of them because this one is so good. Another favorite are these, oh, let's just pause for the cause. These Wayne Goss Artistry brushes. Wayne, you killed it with this. So taking the large artist brush along with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. First of all, let's just marvel at this application of bronzer. It was already a flawless bronzer, but taking this Wayne Goss large artist brush to apply it, I mean, is it not scrumptious to watch? Because it is scrumptious to do. It's just so beautiful. I love how diffusely this bronzer applies to the face, and coupling it with this brush just makes the application even more flawless. Like, I didn't think the application of this bronzer could be more flawless, and it is because of this brush. So we're getting a nice 2-for-1 type of favorite deal right here. But if you look in my description box, all of the videos that I uploaded in the month of June, for the most part, I was using this bronzer. Another thing that I love about these Wayne Goss brushes is that you can't overdo the application of a product, which I think is phenomenal because, for instance, with this particular bronzer and this particular shade of a bronzer, because it is a bit warm, it's not too warm, but it is a bit warm, you could kind of overdo it. You could look a little more warm than maybe you want to. But the way that these bristles are formulated and the type of hairs that are used for these brushes, I'll go ahead and link the review so you can see all of the details that I was talking about in that video. It makes sure that you're not adding too much powder all at the same time. So when you go to apply the products, you're just getting a diffused blend of the products, and I love it. But these brushes, I use them constantly. They're amazing. Now let's go into blush. So one of my favorite blushes this month has actually come from an eyeshadow palette. Can you guess which one? This is also a favorite. Mother Pet's Divine Rose 2. Is she not gorgeous? I have loved using this eyeshadow Naked Blush as a blush. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna go back in with the Wayne Goss Large Artist brush, and we're gonna just apply that here and blend it in. It's such a beautiful, soft pink application of a shade, and it just looks beautiful. And the formula of this shadow is so finely milled. All of the matte shadows in this particular palette, but I'm more so talking about this one. It's so finely milled that it feels like a blush. So before we go into actually doing the eye look, I do wanna shout out a couple of other palettes that I've been loving in June. So first, like I said, we've got Divine Rose 2. I mean, this palette, the hype was so real. I love this eyeshadow palette, and I'll link my review above so you can hear me, fangirl all over this palette. Another eyeshadow palette that I really did not think I would like as much, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. I used this palette a lot this past month. It is so beautiful. I love the shades in this particular palette. Perfect everyday wearable shades. I loved how she arranged these colors in 4 little trios and gave them names so you can see, if I'm going out on a date, this is the appropriate look, or this is a look that I can create for a date. Of course, you can mix and match them however you want. But this is such a great formula of eyeshadows, and I think the reason why I like this palette, number one, I love pink eyeshadows. Number two, I love eyeshadows that can give me a really good look quickly. And I achieve that with this palette. So I'm very shocked that I like this much. I didn't think I wouldn't like it, but I didn't think I would like it this much. And I really do. The last eyeshadow palette that I have been oohing and eyeing over, and it is a pretty new release, is the Natasha Denona Bronze eyeshadow palette. So this eyeshadow palette is definitely not a need in terms of, if you've got 2 or 3 warm tone eyeshadow palettes at home, for the most part, you've got a lot of shades like this that are similar. I'll go ahead and link my video right here so you can see me go in depth in this particular eyeshadow palette with some comparisons. But I love warm tone eyeshadows. I love me some bronzy eyeshadows. And more than the shades in this palette that really have me coming back to it is the formula. These mattes, it's not a lot of mattes in here, but the mattes blend out beautifully. And the shimmers are just beautiful. They're silky and creamy. And when I use this palette, I'm just like, I want to use it again. So even though, because I've seen a couple of reviews and I've had to agree with them, even though you may not get the most diverse type of looks from this eyeshadow palette because there aren't a lot of varying shades of the mattes, and the shimmers do kind of stay within the same color of family, I think formula-wise, this palette is beautiful. And if you love bronzy palettes, and if you don't have one, I think this would be a really, really good one for you to try out. Now with that being said, let's come in a little closer so I can do an eye look. I'm gonna use the Divine Rose 2 palette for my eye look, and then we'll keep this show right on moving. So let's go in with a new product that kind of been blowing my mind. I got 2 of the Danessa Myricks Color Fix liquid pigments. I have it in Brownie and I have the shade Dessert Rose. And I think I'm gonna put this down as a base as well. I've been pleasantly surprised by this. I did a full face of Danessa Myricks, so I'll link that for you either up here or down below in the description box. But I think I wanna apply this first and then go in with this eyeshadow. And I was using a BK Beauty 206 brush. Now I want to go in with the BK Beauty 202 brush. Let's go in with this shade called Extreme Burgundy right here. And I want to take this and concentrate this along the outer edge of the eye, just to give this eye look some depth. Going back in with my BK Beauty 202 brush, I want to go in with Rose Seduction, and we're going to apply that all over the lid. This shade right here, Bronze Rose 005, taking my finger, I want to apply it in the middle of the eye to add a little bit of dimension. And then going in with none other than Sextra Terrestrial. This shade is just one of my favorite shades I probably own. And I'm gonna apply it right here in the inner corner, blending it into Rose Seduction. And that was my Sonia G Worker Pro brush. Go back in with Dessert Rose, the pigment from Danessa Myricks. I want to use a little bit of that to start outlining the lower lash line. And just going across the entire length of the lash line. Let's go in with just a smidge of Extreme Burgundy, BK Beauty Smudger Brush 204, because the thing that I love about this brush is that I can put eyeshadow exactly where I want it to go. And that has been a struggle for me with some of the pencil brushes that I have, because sometimes I don't want the eyeshadow to go further down the lower lash line, but sometimes it happens because I either get a little carried away, or it's just the brush head is just not small and defined enough. And this smudger brush gives me that complete control, and I am just head over heels for it. Let's go in with Sextra Terrestrial right here with the 204 brush from BK Beauty, and let's apply it right here along the middle of the eye and toward the inner corner. And I'm just stamping the shadow. Going in with Astral Pink Moon, I'm going to add that to the inner corner. And also the inner corner of the lower lash line. I love these Milani waterproof stay in place eyeliners. They're more so eye koals. I have two, one in black, so this is linked on black and this is hooked on espresso. This is a new one because my black one, she's almost done. I love the Pat McGrath Permagel eyeliners. Absolutely love them. But these Milani ones really remind me of that particular eyeliner, especially formula-wise. And in all honesty, the Milani ones actually last longer on my lower lash line than the Pat McGrath ones do. I love these, and I feel like they're just, I mean, at this point, it is a holy grail eyeliner for me because I use them all the time. It's either this or I'm using the Pat McGrath one, but I tend to reach for Milani if I know I need it to last in my waterline longer. I think the Pat McGrath liners are great to use as part of your eyeshadow or a base for your eyeshadows. That's honestly how I like the Pat McGrath liners more. But these stay in my waterline so much better than the Pat McGrath ones. So I'm gonna apply Hooked on Espresso, the brown one, to my waterline and also to my tight line. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off the eyes and then we will come back to finish off the face. We're going to apply highlighter, and the highlighter that I'm using is not a favorite. I actually just got it. This is the MAC Started Face Palette, and this is in the medium deep shade. I actually got this from the Estee Lauder outlet store because this has been discontinued in regular stores. But I want to show you all the Wayne Goss medium brush in action. So I have been loving this size of the Wayne Goss brushes for highlighter. Once again, like I was talking about with the bronzer and blush, I love how the larger brush just applies the product, diffuses it, and blends it all at the same time. And same with this medium-sized brush. Or I can target it in a particular area with the pointed tip of the brush. Love it. The small brush I love just as much. I like using that one for eyeshadow. If you do have this palette, just to let you know, I'm going in with this highlighting shade. And then for lips, not a new product, but a product that I've been reaching for a lot. Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint in the shade Unlocked. I love me a beautiful, bright, hot pink lip color. And this, look at that. It just does it for me. And guys, this is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed this video and all of the products that I've been loving throughout the month of June. Let me know down in the comment section what your monthly favorites were from the month of June, whether it's makeup, non-makeup products. Just what are your favorites? Leave them down in the comment section below because I would love to know so that maybe I could try them out. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.